I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
Energy update. We are now finally rebirthing through the galactic womb parts 1 through 3. By Anastasia. Energy update. Real time, from personal experience in Christ consciousness of being in 6D in the human and 8D in spirit. Anastasia Blue Beyond, Mammoth, Gradual, Rebirth Extreme Exhaustion Original Separation from Source Part 1. This information is new and very in-depth and was collated over 3-4 days. This was going to originally be shared in parts, however it has come from Spirit that this needs to be shared all at once, for the energy of the bigger picture needs to be together. Remnants of old, past behaviors. Doubts. Heavy energy. Having our energy out. Death of the old. Breaking through old paradigms. Extreme exhaustion. Blending the old with the new, with a new link. Strengthening of our own rebirth womb. Ultimately the core is our original separation from the source. A recharge of energy. And then, what is going on? Remnants of the old of past behaviors or addictions. Due to shifting into a new space with something we did or how we behaved in the past, and have settled into a new way of doing things now, remnants of old ways have come up to be healed. Just say, one acted or behaved in a certain way and then had a massive shift or altered this behavior. That is a wonderful thing, yet what is arising with this is a guilt or remorse from the past way of the old behavior. To be healed and released. As in the old stress one used to have when they were behaving in a previous way is needing to be released, and this takes time. It is a gradual letting go and blending and balancing out the new space one is in now. Even though one has or may have shifted and no longer behaves in the old, the remnants of the old are rising to be healed, lots of bits and pieces. Take clean out of the old residue. An example is, if one had an addiction and they shifted out of this, what is coming up is the guilt and remorse of the times one wanted to give up or stop. The frustration and anger and all else that goes with this. The more severe the beating of oneself up over time, the more to be released and healed of the old to do with this. A clean out of the old with the new rebirth coming in. As this is a slow phase rebirth. Very interesting this is to be done this way, as this is so very different to past rebirths, as shared in past BB posts. It is a very gradual and a blending in or stepping into this, as this is a mammoth rebirth that we have not seen or felt like this in the past. Doubts. Then come the doubts. The doubts of the new can just arise. This is part of the balancing out the old and the new. If one feels into this they can release this. As the head can kick in with so many doubts from the past. Notice and recognize this. Then feel into the new you are in and allow the shift into a balance. This is the imbalance before the rebirth. In past times, the rebirth would balance things like this out. This time we are needing to feel the imbalance beforehand. Heavy energy. There is very heavy energy around, linked to the collective releasing so much, and I get it is linked to Donald Trump and all that he is bringing up and out. That is all I will say here, as I am not going into the political side of things. There is a bigger picture here with all going on, and what was once covert is now overt, which is having a ripple effect on humanity. Of getting to the core of things, which is bringing this up in humanity collectively. Having our energy out and needing to pull this back in over and over. As I found it difficult to switch off from all and pull my energy back in from everything yesterday. This too has been part of this experience. As our soul and spirit energy has been expanded out into the world for this new rebirth. And it has taken a little while of doing the BB wagon wheel more than once to bring this back in. Death of the old. And what has come just now is death of the old. In the past this may have been an easier shift, yet this time, there is a gradual letting go of the old that is taking time. Just as this rebirth is also gradual. As I have said before, the 2017 energies with our ascension are new and different. Compared to past years, and only as I am writing this all down in notes and bit by bit, is the bigger picture being revealed as to where we are at and going through right now. leading up to our very new rebirth. The long-awaited shift and change so many have waited for so long. Those words that just came direct from Spirit. Breaking through old paradigms. We are breaking through old paradigms. And as we do, there's resistance of the old. As this is what we knew that helped us cope and survive in all we were back then. By this I mean pre-2017. This is going to take a ginormous leap of faith. More than what you have ever known. Letting go of total control. For example, what came up for one soul is avarice and the grieving that came with this. As this was a part of this person in the past, yet with the new energies and the massive shift of 2017, this is no longer deep within resonating for who they are. So again, bits of the old coming up. Another person who dealt with depression for most of their lives and then in the past year or so came in leaps and bounds, and then recently found themselves feeling a massive depression. So for this person, as they have moved into the new energy of 2017, the old of years and years of depression has come up. A layer below a layer from years past is what is occurring. This is so new and different and very interesting to share all of this here. So each area one has shifted into the new and the old is coming back up but is no longer there to do so. The energy being released is of the old ways one felt. Extreme exhaustion. Then there is the exhaustion that is beyond as well. On all layers and levels, just utter and complete exhaustion. A beneficial way to deal with this or help oneself is in the morning allow oneself time for the integration of all layers and levels to balance out. One may still feel exhausted yet then able to continue on within this and all they are needing to do. And it has been extremely exhausting on the spiritual, soul, mental, emotional and physical levels. As the last place we feel and release is on the physical. This will take as long as it needs to in this extreme exhaustion release, as it depends on what one or how much one has shifted and changed and released of the old in stepping into the new. As in the past we would feel a shift through these layers and levels gradually over time until the last place we felt a shift came through on the physical. This time? We are going through all the levels in one hit, so to speak. There is so much healing of the old in a very new way as we are grounding in a new way as well. The message has come from Spirit more than once that we have time. Blending the old and the new, with a new link. We are blending the old and the new, with a new link. Some will get this now and some will get this later. Depending on where one is at and all they are needing to experience and go through. And from this has come we are strengthening our link from spirit to soul. Prev BB post, to allow us to be able to retain or be strong enough for the new rebirth. Strengthening our own rebirth womb. Like a womb that needs strengthening to hold an embryo in it. From this a balancing out of the two spirit to soul is occurring right now. Ultimately the core is. We are feeling abandoned by spirit. As we have felt this before, as this relates to ancient times and further back to when we left source. There is the crux to this. There it is. Original separation. Underneath all of this, is our original separation from source, which makes sense if we are going through a very new rebirth. We are needing to get back to the original separation and all that came with this, as there is oh so very much to this. As I have shared in posts on this over the years. Peace lies within in this information and knowledge of the ultimate bigger picture. So there you have it. So much information as it has come in. This was a process working through this, as I had assistance from other sources close to me as well to work through this. As we are not meant to be a rock, alone or an island in the bigger picture. Much healing was done from spirit to soul and our link or tube of the old that was stuck there, during writing all of this, as it happened over a few days. A new recharge of energy. 3 days and nights it has taken to experience and write and work through all of this, and right now in finalizing this article, has come through a recharge of energy. A new and lighter upgraded energy. What a refreshing and new feeling this is, as energy is now whooshing through from spirit to soul, flowing like a fast river through my link or tube, my connection from spirit to soul. It is hard to explain this feeling in words. It is like a battery and a rechargeable one at that. Receiving its first lot of recharging energy, is the best way I can describe this, as I don't really like referring to us with as batteries. And then, I could have left this post with the ending of this newer charge of energy being felt. Yet this would not be the truth and realness. As later on in the day, then came another wave of extreme heaviness. That needed to be went with as more, some of all of the above continues on. And as it does, it lessens or one learns or realizes the cycle of this rebirth is taking. And one can continue on in all they are needing to within this. As we continue to recharge bit by bit, more and more, until we each reach our completion of our recharge, which will ultimately result in a very new rebirth in totality of spirit to soul. Through our mental, emotional and physical bodies. As the message that came through was, this is the long-awaited shift and change so many have waited for so long. And just like all that comes through, we will wait and see just what this means too. As in real time, through our human experience and linking our soul to our spirit, which is very new and is being newly documented as we go. We are the transcribes, transmuters, way-showers and movers and shakers of our generation and humanity's ascension, through realness of personal human experience. We are living and writing our ascension as it happens. We are the way and the light. Much unconditional love, truth and honesty and realness. Anastasia. Anastasia Blue Beyond Energy Update Real-Time PT2. Mammoth, Gradual, Rebirth Extreme Exhaustion Original Separation from Source Continuation PT2 to 3rd of February 2017. As we continue on in our Mammoth Rebirth, we have turned a corner within this, let's say we are at the halfway mark. As there was so much shared in PT1 of the flow and the bigger picture of what is happening core deep and what is occurring through our layers and levels from spirit, to soul, mental, emotional and physical bodies, going back to our original separation from source as to why we are feeling so continuously exhausted during this turning the corner. As we turn the corner with feeling exhausted, on all layers and levels, we find that we are also feeling a re-energizing energy deep within. At the same time, the new re-energizing energy coming in, will eventually supersede the exhaustion. As we started at say 100% exhaustion and then comes in a recharge of energy and then slowly this rebuilds back up to shift the ratio of exhaustion to re-energized. Within all else we may have going on for us that we had before this. You will know when you have reached the halfway mark as you feel the both exhausted and re-energized partial feelings. We are making progress. Remnants of the old and past behaviors still arise, yet as one has a bigger picture of what is going on, PT1, then one can continue and carry on, knowing we are making progress. As we keep blending the old and the new, with our new link from spirit to soul, each time something else comes up that we need to feel and go through, is one less, in the overall bigger picture of our rebirth in totality. One more step in our rebirth and re-energizing in the new for us. Reading this can make all the difference in allowing one to shift their energy, when they resonate to what is going on for them. As it gives us the freedom of knowing what is going on in the bigger picture. And with this freedom can come release of stress, anxiety and tension of not knowing why one is feeling as they are, and the feeling of so that is what is going on. Resisting to letting go. I learned this years ago when I had CFS and fibro and I was resting, as one needs to. Yet I had so much resistance and angst, as I did not want to rest so much, I did not want to be laid up and not be able to do anything. That is an understatement as to the frustration that one feels. I was actually resisting myself and fighting against myself and what I needed to do, to honor and nurture myself, to allow myself to what I call really resting to heal. Another major part of CFS, fibro is giving our energy out so much and needing to learn to bring this in for ourselves firstly. To water ourselves from the well firstly before we offer our water to others. This all starts with, not resisting one's rest and really resting, as when one gives oneself permission to do so, that is when the tide turns. Put the stick down. When I had that epiphany one day, with that realization which was so huge, I then stopped beating myself up, put the stick down, for not being able to do all the things I wanted to. I learned that by allowing myself real rest that I actually did not need all the so-called rest I thought I needed. Go figure, but it's true. As yes, rest is a part of this, yet also, so is shifting the energy and doing small things as well, or going for a short walk or being in nature. Anything even small is a very big step in helping to shift one's energy. Getting stuck in the mind. Yes, one does need to encourage themselves gently, yet one can do this, when we stop resisting ourselves, as this is in the mind where we get stuck. This was the turning point of my healing of this, as I am now free, healed of this, after having this for 18 years, and much more was done to help heal this as well. As it is a conglomerate of healings that is needed, as there is more to this, as I see so many quick fixes advertised to CFS, fibro, and it is just not true. Not when someone has had this for a long time. There is more to this. As creating new boundaries is another major aspect of this as well. As there are a series of steps in identifying the cause of this and other healing modalities involved, and I will leave it at that for now as I want to continue on with this article. Here is your reading. After the previous post, I was guided to do a reading for Humanity, Return of Spirit Oracle deck, yet now is the time for this to be shared. As it flows beautiful in conjunction with what came through in this real-time update. As what came below are beautiful signs and messages for us all in where we are at, and all we are going through. Caretaker. You are an endless giver. If anyone has a need, or requires assistance in any way, you are right there to help. Essentially, you are an earth angel. Every life you touch is made better whether you know it or not. Your heart is big, and the supporting love you give is even bigger. You are one of the souls who are here to either nurture the world or the people in it. However, there comes a time when we have to consider our own needs over others. We have to make our own well-being a priority, even if that means it may not please others. You have to come first right now. Although it may feel as though it is going against your very nature to do so, it is vital that you put yourself first. Your physical and emotional well-being needs to be nurtured and maintained. This ensures that when you do give to someone else, what you give has substance. Your personal value cannot be defined solely in what, or how much, you give to others. Your value and worth as a person come from all the incredible qualities that make you, you. Maybe this is the time you finally say no or create a boundary. In some way, it is time to give to yourself, and restore a balance in your life. You are a beautiful soul with much to give and a beautiful soul who deserves to receive. If there is something you need, or if you could use a little assistance, Spirit is encouraging you to allow others the opportunity to give to you. You know from your own experience how good it feels to give. So now you need to give the ultimate gift, and allow someone else to give to you. It's time to allow the caretaker to be taken care of. Manifestation. Energetically, everything is falling into place. You are coming into a high point where you will find you are able to easily manifest the people, things, and situation you need to carry you forward on your journey. The energy of manifestation is a creative force, and right now it is in full flow for you. Stay focused on where you want to go in your life and how you want to feel. Don't worry about the details of what you think life should look like. The universe is infinitely wiser than we are, with our human point of view. Just know and trust that things will come to you in the perfect order, and in perfect time. We don't manifest anything that is not part of our soul's plan. So while you may not win a lottery, you can expect to experience abundance and ease while these energies are here. This is a great time to play with and learn about the order of manifesting. While you will notice that most of what is manifested is done by the higher self, a smaller portion will be manifested from your consciousness mind. Explore it fully and have fun with it. Anything can be manifested at this time, so do not limit your potential. Your soul knows no limits. You are a creator and able to naturally turn your energy into physical manifestation. You can use this power of manifestation to help you gain understanding about your purpose, to help connect you to the right people or organizations, or even aid you in gaining the financial resources you require. Really, the sky is the limit with this one. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hold in your mind that it wasn't intended that you use your ability to manifest for yourself only. You can also use this to help others who may not be able to help themselves right now. Violet flame. Most of us experience a dark or difficult time at some point or another in our lives. And though it may feel like it will never end or never be better, the violet flame card is here to tell you that it will be. The only way to conquer the shadows in our life is to turn off all the lights and face the darkness head on. This is a process of purification. The violet flame shines its light, providing you with the way and means to see your way out of the inner darkness, once the shadows have been conquered. The experience you are having right now, although painful and challenging, is providing you with the means and opportunity to clearly see what is, and is not, working in your life anymore. It can help you to see how you have been allowing yourself to be in the world and how you have been holding yourself back. It can help you bring the clarity to recognize the people who help serve your highest good, and those who do not. In the center of the fractal image is the symbol of the bat. In animal medicine, the bat is a symbol of change. He holds the light of the violet flame for you as a means of guiding you through this process of change. When you do make your way back, you will find that neither you, nor your life, is exactly the same as before. Change is an inevitable part of this process. It is nearly complete, sweet soul. Just know that once you have made your way through, you will be stronger, both within yourself and on your journey. You will have more clarity about your path and how you want to walk it. Tilde note: keep visualizing the violet flame of energy washing over and through your spirit and soul during this time, to help the transmutation of the old negative energy into the newer re-energizing positive energy. We are making progress. As we continue on, know we are making progress and there is a bigger picture going on. As I thank all that resonated to this, who actually took the time out to read PT1. As there are many of you that resonate to the divine coming through in these articles. I, like you, have waited so long for this. As the message given to me, us by Source, the Divine Spirit yesterday day was. This is the long-awaited shift and change so many have waited for so long. Rest assured, we are doing this right now. And I will continue to share more as we go along, as I do as what comes after this is balance. Thank you for being here too. Much unconditional love, truth, and honesty. Anastasia. We are now finally rebirthing through the galactic womb part 3. Earth's vibration has risen, and there is much on this with the Schumann's resonance and other information about what is happening in the higher dimensions. But what does this mean in the human in linking our spirit to our soul? My interpretation of this is that we are now moving through the birth canal of the galactic womb. Refer PTS 1 and 2. Just as a baby leaves all they knew behind, in that space, in moving out of the womb, so are we. Let go. We are needing to let go of any other rebirth ascension process we have ever been in or known before. We are stepping out of the old self and all we knew before, as this can't be rushed. If we try or attempt to rush this, we can tip over the edge, as in if we do this with the mind or head, as this is bringing up and releasing what is not relevant energetically and vibrationally, even to where we have shifted since the start of 2017. Balance. This is after a triple balance recently of a new balance of masculine and feminine, balance with the divine and balance with humanity, like aligning in the birth canal before the final pushing out. As we come through our galactic rebirth, there were many niggly negative energies, entities that we needed to pass along the way as we zoomed on through. Small attempts came through as we pushed through further. Like running a marathon and on, from the sidelines we had bits and pieces of negative energies thrown at us along the way, as we came back down, energetically, through to the human. As this galactic rebirth energy came through to the human being, it was met with much older vibrational energy we have been holding in our physical bodies, from spirit, to soul, mental, emotional, and last place we feel is on the physical. It was an interruption of our previous frequency, Gaia's as well as ours, and this led to many headaches, migraines and, new, physical injuries, ailments that came up and out to be released, which also included the extreme exhaustion that many felt. PT2. We were feeling both in the astrals, multi-dimensions as well as in the human at the same time. And this led to like an explosive meeting in the middle through us and our human bodies and down to Gaia. With many in like a hibernation of coping the best they can, gestation, during this. We are always connected. We are always connected to Source as we are of the divine, yet many were not able to connect as one usually does, to clear guidance, information, when one is linking their spirit to their soul through the human being and our emotions. So there have been upgrades and raising of one's energy and vibrations in all areas, too much to cover here. This is so bringing up much of the old as we make our way through the birth canal, yet differently. The old of what we knew and shifted into this year alone. As we are stronger we know this and we can feel this. Yet as we move through our galactic rebirth, we are needing to shed the old skin of what we even recently knew or felt. To also consciously realize that we were not able to keep our energy contained in our usual protection we may have used. An expansion or opening up wide of our energy, expanding out to the universe and beyond needed to occur during this time. To allow us to fully feel this galactic rebirth of our spirit and soul within this. Picking up on others. Due to this we were picking up on others' energies that one did not feel like we were or two. We did not realize we were as some of what we were feeling was not ours, and this was one of the greatest tests for us during this time. Visualize you have your own drum you are beating and when with others, your energy is out and beating on their drums each time you have an interaction, remember this is unbeknown to you. So what one is picking up on is what is going on for that other person that is also triggering whatever vibration you are matching that you are shifting and clearing or healing and so it very much feels like it is all ours, when in fact it is not. Yet this has allowed us to clear our vibration of other energies we were needing to clear. What this did or allowed was for us to bring up what resonated for ourselves to release and let go of. Once we realize the bigger picture of all of this then we can bring our energy back into ourselves consciously. If we imagine our energy coming out through our crown chakra like a water fountain and then bring that energy around and back into ourselves bit by bit, we can then bring our energy back into ourselves, again. Once one has the conscious bigger picture of just what we have in the human being linking to spirit have or are going through, as it is vital to link the two, spirit to soul through our emotions to be whole and balanced, then we are able to grasp the bigger picture on all levels of what is going on to then allow us to bring our energy back into ourselves. Yes, this means we need to feel and to trust our hearts and ourselves and to set boundaries and protect ourselves and our energies as in me first in an unselfish way. This has been a rebirth like no other ever experienced, this is a galactic rebirth that is new of its kind for us and humanity. This is very unprecedented and not recorded previously as we have had nothing to go on or draw from past experiences. We are the trailblazers and way showers, and all other labels there are for who we are, as we use these to help us understand the many roles each of us play while here in this incarnation. As we are reach a unique divine spark of source. Just keep going in all you are, you will make this through, for whatever this means for you. It is time for our true selves to shine out and for us to be who we really are that many have hidden for so long. Yet we are needing to balance and adjust to this for ourselves firstly as well. As remember others are feeling this as too. So bring oneself back into beating one's own drum again. Know thyself set or reset one's boundaries and stick by them for yourself fiercely, this is the key here as I know this can be challenging as it can be new for ourselves. Yet this is our starting point as once we know and feel our boundaries, then this is a guide to others. And either others will respect this or not, that is up to them. What matter is whether or not you respect yourself to be true to yourself, once and for all. The rest is a process which is unique to each individual in each situation as to where they are currently at with others. As we can see where others are in this within themselves once we do this. We are the starting point for ourselves.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.